Joshua. How are you? I'm going to wait till a couple people come online. It's been a really weird day today. A lot of rain and sunny and rain and sunny. Just going to get a little closer. Got too many things going on here at one time. Trying to multitask. Now that I've gotten the hang of the whole scheduling a live and then doing a live, I like it. My only problem is trying to figure out how to change the time because I'm in Central. I don't know what time zone you're in, Joshua, but I'm in Central. And so when I say 4 o'clock, I mean 4 o'clock Central. And it's saying 2 o'clock, and I don't know if that's Mountain Time, Pacific Time, not quite sure what time it is. Eastern, okay. Yeah, so it's 5 o'clock your time. So that's having my dinner. It's a liquid dinner. But I want this to be more of a discussion rather than me just talking, because I know how I feel about monetization from a viewer's perspective. So I just want to find out what other people's input is in terms of that. I know you can get YouTube, is it Red, where you pay not to have commercials. But I don't have to pay not to have commercials. I could watch people who aren't monetized. And I don't mind a commercial here or there. I don't mind a commercial here or there. It's okay because they're really not that long. The ads are really not that long. However, when you put so many of them in one video, it gets to be a bit much. It's really kind of hard to watch. And whereas I believe that people are worth, the editing time and things like that, now that we're moving more to a live platform, more people doing lives like what I'm doing now, I'm wondering if monetization is really going to even be a thing, because you really can't monetize a live. It's going on live. So you can monetize the replay, but you can't monetize the live. So it would be very interesting to see how it morphs in the future as more people get on to doing things live. And I don't think that they have monetization on platforms like IG or Facebook. I take that back. I've seen videos on Facebook where you click on it and it says your video will play after this ad. Typically, I click off of that because you didn't give me the choice. If you give me the choice, I will choose sometimes to watch the video, but if you don't give me the choice, I typically click off. And I guess that's bad. Maybe when I'm monetized, I might feel differently, but I'd always rather give you the choice. That's just my thought about it. Just taking a check here. Do you do videos, Joshua? Do you do videos? Do you make videos? Are you a content creator? What do you make videos about? Welcome to my life. Oh, you're a I always get killed by whatever the shooter games. People always shoot me. I'm dead. I'm not I'm not very good at that. I admire people who can really, get through on the different levels, because I can never get off the first level. What games do you like to play? I'm trying to remember what the latest game is. I know a couple people who are gamers. I don't know what the latest trend of games are. But I think it's called shooters, right? Ah, I think it's called shooter games. I'm going to give it about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will call it a day, because it might be in the middle of the day and people aren't actually available to watch. But before I do, I mean, that in a nutshell, my feeling is that it's great that you get to monetize, and it's great that you get a chance to get paid for your hard work, because I know I make videos. It takes a lot to record, edit, and upload videos. It does take time, and your time is worth something. And somebody who's watching should be able to appreciate that time. I guess if you've never done a video, you don't know how much time it takes. Hey, you don't know. Hey, Lulu, you don't know how much time it takes, but it does take time. So I think that people are worth their time. There's something to be said for that. However, when you sprinkle a video with so many ads that every time you're making a point, an ad drops, it becomes extremely frustrating to watch it. And it kind of chops up even your creativity. It chops up even your creativity, because you're just throwing ad after ad after ad. And when there's skippable ads, it's like 2 seconds, I got to skip it. 2 seconds, and you're in the middle of a thought and there's an ad. So I agree, Lou, that too many ads are too much. It would be nice if we could have one in the beginning, and usually the one in the beginning, I will let that one run, and I will let whoever the video creator is get that particular one. Hey, Lisa, I'd let that content creator get that original hit, and maybe one more. I was watching this creator, and I mean, I was interested in what he was saying, how ads that you can, because when I was monetized, you had the ability to do skippable ads, and then you had ads that the viewer had to watch. But you have the ones that you can skip and the ones that you can't skip. And it's so frustrating. I was watching a content creator, and she was like, well, I spent this time doing this video, and if you were watching television, you would watch the commercials. So I'm entertaining you. So you should sit and watch my commercials too. And I was like, click. And that's my choice, to be able to say, nope, I'm not watching you. If that's your attitude, I'm not watching you. Oh, Lisa. So for me, that's the hard part about monetization as a viewer, because I do want to give kudos to the people who are taking their time to actually create content, and it's worth something. However, I want them to know that as a viewer, like, the drama channels are the worst. You're just getting into the juicy part. I mean, sometimes when you even pull up the video, you see those little rectangles, those yellow rectangles. You see like 6, 7 rectangles on the timeline of the video. And it's like, wait a minute, you got 7 commercials in a 15-minute video? Really? That's like every 2 minutes a video's coming up. I mean, a commercial's coming up. That's crazy. Just, and usually they're skippable, but it doesn't make a difference. Your train of thought doesn't come through. Thank you. It's my Jamaica top. So repping for my people. So it's so frustrating to watch videos when they have that many. Yes. Okay. So like I said, I will do 2. I will watch 2. Thank you, Monique. I will watch 2 videos in any given video. I'll watch 2 ads, rather. I'll watch 2 ads. But I won't watch more than 2. If the third one comes up, I'm clicking off of your video. And there's some people who I used to love to watch, and it seemed like they just recently got monetized, because I don't remember any ads on their videos at all. And then all of a sudden it's ad. And I'm like, it's very off-putting. You watch them all, Lisa? Yeah, no. I mean, I think that's getting greedy. I think it's a money grab. And I think people are getting greedy when they do that, because 2 is sufficient for a 20-minute video. I mean, you took a lot of time to record it. And when you're actually creating the video, you're spending time in editing and, maybe splicing things in, splicing things out. I see that's worth something. I agree that that's worth something. But really, I think sometimes it's just too much. Yes, I will, Lisa. I will reward them, but I'm not rewarding them to the tune of like 6, 7 ads in one 15-minute video. I agree I agree that they should get something, but I don't agree that they should get 6, 7. I mean, and I know that there are people who can get, I think it was you, Lisa, who said that you were talking about YouTube Red, I think you said, where you can pay on a monthly basis not to get any of the ads. Now, I guess I don't know enough about monetization, but do you still get monetized if people watch your videos and you have that YouTube Red? Because you're paying YouTube, what, $10 a month? Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Lou, for coming on. I think, Lisa, you said you were paying 10, or not, you didn't say how much you were paying, but I think it's $10 a month. But I don't know if the people get their, if they get, it wasn't you, it was somebody who YouTube Red, and they pay on a monthly basis. They don't get any ads, but they can still watch the videos. Hey, Tracy. They can still watch the videos and see the video all the way through without actually having to skip through the ads. And I'm sure that there must be a way that YouTube compensates people for that. But I don't think I need to pay on a monthly basis to be able to watch YouTube videos. YouTube videos are my TV, yes, but I shouldn't have to pay for it. Okay, you do. Okay, you get payment, so that's good. So you still content creators still get money for that, but I don't think I want to pay to not be able to have to sit through or have to skip. So a lot of times I'm watching videos, I have my remote in my hand at the ready so that I can skip through the commercial. So skip, watch 2 minutes, skip, watch 2 minutes, skip. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's, I don't watch regular television because I don't want to watch commercials. I've gotten rid of that. And so my entertainment is watching YouTube videos. What are your opinions on that, ladies? Monique, I think you said that you watch videos as entertainment too. I think you said that you did. Yep. Now, and you don't only, Lisa, you don't only watch beauty channels. You watch a lot of different channels, I'm thinking, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. I do watch, I watch a lot of different things. I watch conspiracy theories, or was the contingency. It's a whole genre of videos now that I've been watching. Watch Coast to Coast. I've been watching a whole bunch of videos where they're talking about apocalyptic issues, like where to go when and if the government fails, and why you want to go there, and pretty interesting stuff out there. And they don't tend to have commercials on there, but it's pretty interesting stuff as to where you want to go if the world ends. Tracy, yep. I don't have regular television anymore. I have Hulu, and I have Netflix. Travel videos. No. Is that the Jesse Ventura, no, that's not that's Ace Ventura. No. Jesse Ventura, the governor, the wrestler? Is that his name, Jesse Ventura? No, I have not. I didn't watch him when he was governor here. So no, I don't watch his videos. Are they interesting? Are they interesting? Really? Wow. Wow. I know where after watching enough of them, and where I live, I know how I'd get out of here if I had to. It's a conspiracy show. Yeah, I know how to get out of here if I had to. And I'm also thinking about sometime this year maybe getting a conceal and carry license. So they've got, if you watch enough of them, you get really paranoid, extremely paranoid. Because these people got it all mapped out. They know exactly from the moment, there's certain things that happen in the government, and if it happens, they're ready to bug out. I'm not, because I don't get I'm not monetized. When I'm monetized, you betcha I'll be after your dollar. When I have a coupon code to put out and say, use my coupon code to get this product, you bet your bippy, Monique, I'm after your money. Yes, I mean, they know exactly what they're going to do when it all hits the fan. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't even aware that there was a problem or a potential problem. I can't use my coupon code till 2020. I have to come back and say I have bought a couple of things. I used Candy Johnson's coupon code to get a brush roll, which was very good, and that was back in the day. That was way back in the day. But I used her coupon code, and I got a who was it? Was it a BH Cosmetics? I think it was a BH Cosmetics brush roll. Oh, this is bad. This is like wash day is around the corner because I did a flat twist to this. It kind of makes sense. I knew. Yes, because it'll make you extremely paranoid. They talk about, oh yeah, the people the guards will stop going to work in the prisons, and all the prisoners are going to get out, and they're going to rape every woman that they see, and they're going to break into your house, and they're going to take all your food, and it's just crazy. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I get that, Lisa. I get that. But I mean, when you think about, and they lay it out so logically that you're like, oh yeah, maybe that might happen. They're like, and you can't get out of town on the normal routes, 95 or 80 or any of the major U.S. roads, because they're all going to be filled with people trying to get out. And I don't feel that bad because I live in Minnesota, and getting to North or South Dakota doesn't take a whole lot. And I don't have to be on major roads to get there, and ain't nobody living out there. Yep. It makes you second guess. It definitely makes you second guess the government. Really, Lisa? How do they not know who's in government? Don't you have like a prime minister? I thought that Canada has like a prime minister, which is like equal to a president. Isn't that correct? Give me some likes. Give me some likes. No, we are no. Also, so prime ministers, Lisa, move as they're like a royal family, or do you vote on them? I'm learning a little bit about Canada. Okay. You vote on them. Well, I know that there are a lot of people who here who didn't vote in the last election, and I'm sure they're going to vote in the next election. So, and I guess, I remember when I first had the ability to vote, it was really something that was really special to me. And now I vote because I think it's my duty to vote. But there are things about government in general that you vote in local elections. I don't think it makes really a big difference. Are you in You're in Montreal? Montreal is where they speak French, I believe. Ooh. I thought Montreal is where or Quebec. Is it Quebec where French is the major language and English is secondary? I think. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because I worked at a company that did business in Canada, and I know that you guys have like zones. Like we have states, you have kind of like vertical zones, if I remember correctly. But I do need to get up to Canada. I haven't. I've been to Toronto and I've been to Montreal, but those are the only two places and I think, isn't Banff in Canada? I think I want to visit Banff. Isn't Banff where One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I think, was in Banff, and I heard that there were beautiful castles. Provinces, right? That's it, provinces. Yeah. Alberta, okay. Yep. Yep. So my brother's been up there. He loves it. He loves it. So I need to go. I need to go there more again because we're not that far away. I mean, we could conceivably drive. If you get up north, you can actually just go across. You got to make sure you have your passport with you. Used to be time you could cross with your driver's license, but you can't do that anymore. But yeah. So that was my mini rant. Let's see, we just have Mexico down here, and it's beautiful. Very beautiful. Well, you need Monique, you need your passport to go to Mexico. You just can't cross back and forth with just your driver's license. I thought that you had to have your license. I mean, your passport. I thought you had to have your passport. I know when I went to California, we went to, where's it? Oh man, it's been such a long time. We crossed into Mexico and we did some shopping and then we came back up. But and going to Mexico. If you cross the border by land, you need a passport. Okay. Oh, my uncle moved to Toronto, and my cousin lived there for years. I mean, I think they lived there like 25 years, and then he retired down to Florida. So that's how I got to go up to Toronto, because we spent a couple of summers with him. Yes, my parents are Jamaican. Well, they're passed now, but they are Jamaican. My cousins, a lot of my cousins were born in Jamaica, and I was born here. I'm first generation here, but all my siblings were born here. But I have 6 cousins, and 4 of the 6 were born in Jamaica. So since I was 3 months old, I used to go back to Jamaica every summer when my grandfather was alive. Oh, thank you. It's been a long time, but yes, thank you so much. Yeah, we used to go. I from about 3 months old till about 13, till I was about 13 years old. We used to go back every summer to Jamaica to see my grandfather. Then my grandfather passed, and he was like the last of that generation. I was talking to somebody the other day about, as you get older, it's very interesting. It's like a paradigm shift, because when you're younger, you have everybody older than you, and you have that whole guard that's above you. And when my grandfather died, it was like my aunts and uncles and my parents were that buffer. And now that my parents are gone, all of us have moved up, and all the younger people are underneath us. And so it's really strange when we have one matriarch left. She's like 90, my aunt, my mother's sister. She's like 98, I want to say. And she's like the last of that guard. And we know that once she's gone, all of us move up one. So it's when we have reunions and we go places together, it's really interesting, because it's like, okay, it's going to start to be us soon. And you never think of that when you're living your life. You don't think about it because you have that whole cushion above you of people. I have never been to Louisiana. Never been to Louisiana. So yeah, it's really interesting when you think about that whole, the dynamics of family dynamics, because I'm sure my son's not thinking about the fact that, eventually all of his uncles and aunts and cousins, older cousins, are going to pass away, and that means that he moves up. You just live your life, you have kids, you deal with the things that you deal with when you have kids, and you don't think about it. Never. No. I've been to, I lived in New York State. And so I have been down 95 to Florida, but that doesn't cross Louisiana. I've been to Dallas because I worked, and I had a work thing that I had to do in Dallas. Well, no, I went into Dallas. It was Conroy, Texas is where I was. I used to work for real estate financing. And I went to different places and helped them. Help them finance their mortgages. I sold commercial mortgages. And so I went to different places around the country and I looked at projects. And so there was something in Conroy. We had to go to Conroy to look at a project there. So hard one. Yes. Yeah, they are, Lisa. They are like the glue. And it really does. When I think about it, you want to say, like, hey, so-and-so, what do you think about this or that? And they're gone. It's really, really difficult. What took me to Minnesota? The company that I was working for, I did see the handwriting on the wall. I was a commercial real estate officer. And so I sold underlying mortgages to co-ops, and I helped make financial packages for people who were buying in planned unit developments. And so that was what I was doing. But underneath that, we were selling individual mortgages to people like me, you and me. And they were making some questionable loans. They were, they put if you put a mirror under their nose and it fogged up, they would give you a mortgage. They didn't care whether you had good credit. They didn't care whether you had income. They were just writing these papers, which were bogus. And a lot of them started to foreclose because people really couldn't afford the homes that they were buying. And so they had to shut down different portions of the business, and my area got cut. And I had a son. I was a single parent. And so I got laid off, and I was living in a decent kind of townhome situation. but I saw that the neighborhood wasn't getting any better, and I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to find some place to live. And yes, I'm working now. I live near Minneapolis, Minnesota, a suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And so I needed a kinder, gentler place to live because New York City is it's number one, expensive, and number two, it's kind of crazy, especially if you're trying to raise a child. And I was raising a boy, and there were a lot of craziness going on, and I wanted some place that I knew that he would be safe and I could raise him the way I wanted to. Yes, New York is harsh. I mean, it's nice for a single person, but as a single parent, I didn't want to raise my son there. So my brother had been relocated to Minnesota by his company. And at the time, my little sister had been relocated to Kansas. And so my choice, I wanted to live with a relative because as being a single parent, I needed somebody. My parents were really good to me. They really did, they were a long time retired. And so they really did help. Hey, Sherry. They really did help me when I needed help. They would pick him up if he was sick at the daycare or things like that. So they were really helpful. So I wanted to make sure that I lived by a family member. So it was my brother here or my sister in Kansas. And I interviewed both places, but I got the better job in Minnesota, ergo. And I always thought I wasn't going to stay here very long, so I didn't buy anything. I mean, I own my home now, but I didn't buy anything for the longest time because I didn't expect to be here. And here I am in Minnesota when it's 65 below. Well, it's not 65 below today, but when it gets that, I mean, I've lived through cold many times. Hey, no, don't even think about it because Katie can't cook. No cookie. I don't cook. My mother was like a perfectionist. She did not allow us in the kitchen unless we were going to do it perfect. And since we didn't do it perfect, she cooked every night because my father, that was the expectation, and that's what happened. Yeah, that was the expectation. That's what happened. We ate good, but she never taught us how to cook and there were 6 of us, and she didn't teach us how to cook because we didn't cook it her way. So, no, I know how to order. And I know where there's a nice Jamaican restaurant we could go to. And they do have brown stew chicken, but no, I don't cook that. Yeah. Well, I got to go to Canada and eat your cooking. Because that was the one thing about I feel sorry for my son now. He's 28. But growing up, I wasn't much of a cook. We went to a lot of friends' houses. He ate well, but we went to a lot of friends' houses because they knew Kate doesn't cook. I've never been to Vancouver. I'd like to go to Vancouver. Vancouver would be fun. But I also want to go to British Columbia. So I might be out your way, Lisa. Maybe coming out your way. But Sherry, I'd like to know what are your thoughts about monetization from a viewer perspective? Have you watched? Have you noticed that some of the people that you watch are putting a lot of ads in their videos? And I guess that's why I watch a lot of smaller YouTubers too. I tend to watch a lot of smaller YouTubers because they don't put a lot of ads in there. Yes, if you watch the ad, if you don't skip it and you watch, they get money. That's why there's skippable ads, and then there's skippable ads, and then there's ads that you can't skip. Yeah. That's why some of them put the ones that you can't skip, because the ones you can't skip, you have to sit through it. So if you click, and they already get the engagement because you've already clicked on the video. Oh yeah, that's true, to keep the same salary. I mean, I understand it from their perspective, but from the viewer perspective, I mean, for me, I would think then I'd have to make more videos. I would have to do fewer ads, more videos. True, but a lot of times they're not. A lot of times they're not relevant to what I'm watching. So if I'm watching something on, let's say, a palette, ones I have to click. Don't mind the ones I have to click. I get annoyed the ones can't. Oh, so you don't like the ones when they're non-skippable. Yeah. When it has something to do with what the ad is, when the ad has something to do with what the video is about, I would like that. And I don't know if you can tailor the ads to your video. But if I'm talking about a perfume and I get as I said this morning, a monster truck ad or a car ad, it really doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. Yes, Tracy, you can. The content creator can decide whether the ads are skippable or not skippable. You can decide. When I was monetized before YouTube changed their rules. And when they changed their rules, I became unmonetized. Yes. I mean, and the skippable ones, you can usually skip within 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, you can skip. And I don't, like I said, I don't mind 2. I don't mind 2. But when you get to be 3 and 4, or when you pull up the video, as I said earlier in the video, when you pull up the video and you can see the little the yellow rectangular dots are telling you where the ads are, and you see 5, 6 of them in a 15-minute video, that's I think taking advantage of the fact that somebody's gonna step out the room for a second and miss something, and the ad plays and they get paid for it. So typically when I see those, I click right out. So they get the engagement that I did start the video, but they're not getting any watch time from me. Because I'm just not about that life. Yes, but if they have a bunch of them, you're paying them for bad behavior, because you go to the bathroom break, they get paid, and you didn't, like I said, 2, I don't mind. But you put that many in there, I just can't abide by that. I think it's obnoxious. Now, of course, if you ladies did it, I would let it play, because you're all going to be monetized eventually. So I'd let it play for you. Yes. This is my dinner. What else do you want to talk about We've talked about Jamaica. We've talked about conspiracy theories. We've talked about monetization from the viewer standpoint. Well, I appreciate that, Monique. That will put some money in my coffers, and I very much appreciate it. So I know that when I get a bunch of payment from a particular video, I know it was you who was watching me. I don't remember, because I always chose skippable. I found the ones that you can't skip obnoxious. So when I was monetized, I always chose skippable. So I don't know if they're, and they don't tell you, that you're going to get more money if you if you choose this one or that one. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. Because I usually just click monetize, and you would usually put something in the front, and I think you can put it in the back, because typically someone will turn it on and most people will let you play that first video. And then if they're doing something like Monique said, taking a bathroom break, and the end of your video comes, you put one on the end. And if they're taking a potty break, you get that one on the end too. Oh, is that what it is? The skip ones are long and the other ones are short? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. The skippables are not really long. They're usually like a minute and a half, but it adds to the time of the video. And if it's not talking about something that you're interested or something that's related to the video, it's just like obtuse. It just comes out of nowhere and hits you with something that, okay, I'm looking at a pallet. What does that have to do with monster trucks? Or what does that have to do with incontinence? It just doesn't make sense. But I mean, like I say, the beginning and the end, I'm okay with. Yes, if you really want to financially support the person that you're watching, because I do believe that the person's worth something. I mean, but I'm wondering again, as I said earlier, in this live, as we move to more of a live platform, I don't know how monetization would work. But if you spend the time to actually record a video, edit the video, and publish the video, yeah, you should. I mean, if you're monetized, yeah, you should. And I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. What I'm not okay with is when you pepper it throughout your video, especially drama videos. Drama videos are notorious for it, because just as they got you hooked, they throw another video at you. I mean, another ad at you. And then you're like, oh, skip. You got to wait 3 seconds and then skip. Okay, what were you saying? You lose track of what the person's saying. Yet, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. Anything's fair game. If they found out that they could make money doing it, they probably would do it. But yes, if you really want to support people, that's the way I would do it. I would make sure that I watched through them. Right. Exactly, Tracy. I was, as I said earlier, I was watching someone, and I've watched him for a while. He has some really interesting commentary on things that are going on currently. And he must have recently gotten monetized, because there was never any ads on his videos. And so I was watching him. The first one, it came up, and I said, okay, I'm going to let him get his 2 cents. And then I started watching the video, and I started really getting into what he was talking about in his commentary, and popped up another one. I'm like, okay, I'll give him that one too. And then like not even 4 minutes into the video, another one popped up and I was like, nope, done. And I clicked out. So he did get the engagement and he did get, but now I'm like, when I see his videos pop up, I'm like, no, I don't think I'm going to watch him. Oh, ad block is free. How do you see? Now I'm a kinesthetic learner, so somebody has to show me how to do ad block because I'm not someone who can learn by someone writing it down. Yes. Yeah, the drama channels are very notorious for having many. Like I watched Karina Kaboom for a little while, and you couldn't watch. And well, Peter Munn to some extent has that issue too. You really couldn't watch a lot of it because every 2 seconds there was a ad, and even though it's skippable, it's still you lose train of the thought of what they're saying, and it's obvious that they're just putting it up for the money. Yeah, it's my guilty pleasure every once in a while, a drama channel. I'll admit, every once in a while I will. And they're not, I mean, I like Petty Page. I've watched her several times because sometimes they really do say things that make sense. I've watched Beauty Sleuth Official, I think is. I've watched Rich Lux a couple times, Saunders Daily a couple times, and get extensions. Use Google Chrome and just go to the settings. Okay. T-Spill. Yep. T-Spill's another good one. I mean, they have some interesting points. Sometimes they're, ridiculous, but they do have their moments when they make some valid points and make me go, yeah, why am I doing that? why, that doesn't make any sense. And because I use it as entertainment, I mean, yeah, like I don't care about Cookie and John Cookian and Mango Tea, I think is another one. I did watch him at one point, and then they get so ridiculous I stopped watching them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is funny. Rich Lux is funny. He is funny. I've never watched Beauty. Never watched Beauty. But I don't watch them when they're being mean. I mean, I wasn't into Mean Girls when I was in high school, and a lot of the stuff that goes on YouTube is very high school. And I've a long time been out of high school. So when they're mean, I'm not really watching that. But when they bring up valid points, like the whole controversy with Petty Page and Jackie Aina, I mean, they made some valid points. Yeah. Yeah. For me, sometimes it's a laugh. It's like, are you serious? I mean, it's like watching a comedy channel. I mean, are you serious? Life is not that serious. You don't know these people. Yeah, they come into your home and you watch their videos, but you don't know them. They don't know where you live. They don't. It's like Monique got a troll on her video today. And it was so funny because, I said something to him, but for the most part, we ignored him. He didn't say much past that because I'm like, really? I feel like I will feel like I'm arrived when I have a live and I have a troll. Because it's like, I don't know you. You don't know me. Who cares what you say? Oh, Via Freya. I've never seen him. Yeah, that was a troll. That was a troll. He said something, waiting for a rise. And Monique, when she does her lives, she's not looking at the comments. Now, Monique, you're not looking at the comments. You're just doing your face. And so he came on. And Monique is not even paying attention to the fact that he came on. She didn't stop a beat. She was just doing her face. And I said, wow, you've arrived. You got a troll. And he said, yes, I am. And I'm working hard. And I didn't say anything else. And Monique didn't say anything else. And he just signed off. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I was like, I want a troll too. Yep. Yeah, right. We don't know if it was a he or a she. Very true. Yeah, not paying attention at all. She was just doing her makeup, and she didn't even address him. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You pop in and you say something stupid or something that really has absolutely no relevance to the what the video's about or what the conversation is. And you say something for shock value. You say something sexual or something like that for shock value. Not good. Trying to get the person who's doing the live off their game. It's like, who are you? And I don't know you, so I really don't care what you say. And a lot of times the moderators are more worried about it. Yes, it is usually a sex related remark. I did see the troll. Have to say he was a troll. Yeah. Not a good troll. No, he wasn't a good troll because he had to say it. Yeah, but it was obviously he was a troll because I watch your guys' lives, and so I know it, and I see you interacting on live, so I know. I was like, yeah, it's a fail. You tried and you failed. So, and then I'm sure we get, as time goes on and we do more lives, we'll get more trolls, which is one of the reasons why I was like, yay. I said, I don't know if you saw me say it. I said, yeah, you have arrived. You got a troll. Because when you're doing lives, it's something that's going to happen. And so if you learn when we're close knit and we're small, you get you get more support. And so then you can handle it. So that when you get big and they happen, yes, they do. They add to your views, which is very true. So that's why I don't mind getting a troll in. The administrators tend to, jump on them, which is good, kind of, but they, delete their comments and they do things, because they're trying to keep you on your game. I'm too small to have an administrator really. But hopefully as I get bigger, I will have an administrator and they'll be able to help with that and keep me on track. Because I can fly off, but yep, I did right after he said it. That is so true, Lisa. And that's what Lulu says too. Sometimes she'll give him a virtual hug. if they get a bit, sometimes they'll just like vomit stuff, and they'll just vomit a whole bunch of stuff. And then obviously the other people on the thread get upset. But, people like us who are in these kind of groups, and as we organically grow, we'll be like, yeah, right, whatever. But, the newer people in the group are like, well, you can't say that. And you don't, that's not nice, and all of this stuff. And basically, yes, trolls come in, because they don't have a life. I agree with Lou. They don't have a life. Because nobody's going to jump up in your face and say something like that, no matter where you live. Nobody's going to walk up to you and say something like that. It doesn't happen. You get put away if you do things like that. So definitely, I would say, you feel you've arrived when you have a troll, because that means that something in your title or something caught that person's attention, and they decided they wanted to come in and say something on your. Yes, I agree, Sherry. I agree. Screens do give people courage. You're behind, I can write anything I want. You're not going to see me. You're not going to confront me. There's no conflict. I can say whatever I want. Held accountable. That's so true. And that's why they get so upset when you ignore them. That's why they vomit and vomit and vomit and just try to get your goat, to try to get you agitated. And like what Monique did, she didn't even acknowledge that they said anything. She didn't acknowledge half the stuff we were saying. So they certainly weren't. He certainly, or he or she certainly wasn't getting any love. So he didn't stay. Yes. 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 And I think it was one of Lou's live streams where this guy had about 5 or 6 names, and he just kept coming back, and the moderators kept blocking him, and he's like, I cannot be stopped. I'm sitting here thinking, this is some poor sad sap in a basement of his mom's house, no friends, and he's just like, I cannot be stopped. I'm like sitting there going, what? You obviously don't have a life. Don't worry about it, Monique. We still love you. You remember him, Tracy. He just kept coming back. He must have had 6, and it was like the beginning of the name was the same and the end was different. So it's obvious that he planned it, and he knew that when he got into somebody's live, the administrators were going to block him, and he was going to just pop in with another name. And he just kept, I cannot be stopped. Nope, you're not going to block me. And as much as they blocked him, he just came up with another name. And that's sad, because that means you don't have a life. Because there's a group of women talking about something, and young and some men talking about beauty, and that's what you spend your evening doing. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But that's the life that we live when we do lives. You have that chance that something may happen. Somebody may jump on that shouldn't jump on. But I definitely believe that this is the wave of the future. Because Sherry, I saw one of your I'm learning about that Facebook, that little circle with the Facebook, and you had a video on there too. So live videos, when you're talking to your subscribers, I think is going to be the wave of the future. I agree with Lou that we got to get more comfortable being in this kind of atmosphere and read. I mean, unfortunately, I don't want to wear my glasses, so I always do it on a computer. Yes, he has been. I need to, in order for me to read it, I have to have it big enough for me to read. But Facebook Live. What's the other one? IG videos. I mean, I was on Periscope for a short period of time, not very long. No. That was mad that his mom died in the doctor's care 20 years ago? 20 years ago? What the hey? He waited 20 years? How old was the suspect? Monique, how old was the suspect? President Bush's doctor? They must have had money. They must have had money. Wow. He was in his late 50s, or the suspect was in his 50s or 60s, or the doctor was in his 50s or 60s? Yes, we do, Sherry. We live in a very crazy world. '63. Wow, old enough to know. Old enough to know better. Wow. That's sad. That's very sad. Yeah, it's very, very sad. I haven't watched news in such a long time. I don't watch the news. It was very depressing when I did watch the news. When I had local television, which I don't have anymore, the news was always very, very, very depressing. Oh no. All right, they don't. They just whip out a gun, shoot each other, kill each other, bam. That's terrible. I mean, why does somebody think that take a life? Like, why? Why do you think that's okay? I don't like you. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to kill you. It doesn't. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't come by my house. I don't understand why you. Yeah, and it's also, Lisa, where you live, because not much happens out here. Where I live, in the suburb that I live in, not much happens. We have 2 stoplights. Second stoplight, there's like a county road that runs through it, but it's mostly undeveloped land. Downtown is really 1 stoplight, so not much happens here at all, which was another reason why I moved here, because my son didn't get a whole bunch of action, because it wasn't when I first moved here, I think there was like, the town when I first moved here had something like 700 or 800 people. Now it has a couple. I've been here like 18 years, So now they have probably something close to like 36,000. Wow, Sherry. Wow. Right. Yeah. And like where I live, Monique, that's why I don't have black radiance and I don't have any of the brands that some people talk about because not happening out here. Oh, in Canada, you can't carry guns. See, here we can. Yes. I never understood people who don't lock the doors because here there's still a lot of people who don't lock the doors. And I came from New York City. So when I moved here to 26 years ago, when I moved here 26 years ago, my car alarm I know used to bother people. I always arm my car. I always lock my door. I came from New York City. I lived in the Bronx. We weren't playing that. So, but I knew a lot of people who did not lock the door. In fact, I have one friend now. She had a daughter and she never locked her door. I think that was, crazy. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was crazy. I mean, you sit there, girl, you have a young girl in that house. You can't leave that door unlocked. But, that's where she came from that, time and error. And I even think today she doesn't lock the door. But like I said, I'm thinking about getting a gun and getting a conceal license. I told my son, don't be trying to sneak, because my son likes to sneak up on me. Sherry, you saw one of the videos with me and my son. He likes to sneak up on me and scare me. He used to love when I would come in through the door and he would stand behind the door so that when I closed the door, he'd jump out at me. I said, don't play that because once I get my conceal, you may find yourself shot. Yes, they will, Sherry. Hmm. Yes. I mean, it's not like I want to shoot people. It's just that I want to be able to feel safe. I mean, I live in a safe community right now, but you never know. Yes. And that was life. I mean, he doesn't live here anymore, but that was life all the time. My son is like way over the top, way over the top. Hmm. So you don't have to conceal it, Monique. You can just have it on your hip and just walk into a house. Yes, Sherry, 100%. I have some girlfriends that like to go to the shooting range, and I would definitely have to know how to use it. I wouldn't just buy one. I told him. He goes, "Mom, you don't need a gun. You too crazy." I'm like, "No, no, no. You need to stop jumping up on me. Is what you need to stop doing, because that's not funny. The older I get, that's not funny." I don't know why boys like to do that. I'm not quite sure what the deal is there. Oh, okay. So you can't take it into hospitals, schools, or churches. Yes, I don't like to be scared like that at all. I mean, and he just relishes in the fact that I scream or jump, and I don't get it. I'm like, I'm your mother. You're supposed to be protecting me, making sure that doesn't happen to me. But he thinks it's hilarious. Wait, I'm going to hit somebody. You're right. Yes, Sherry. Yes. Second graders, though? Oh, my sister was a New York City school teacher. She taught kindergarten and first grade. Yeah. And then you have to stop yourself. Yes. My sister taught, and she liked kindergarten. She taught first grade and she taught second grade. She hated second grade, but she taught kindergarten and first grade, but preferred kindergarten, and she did it for like 35 years. Bye. It was great chatting with you. Oh, sorry about that, Lisa. Fourth or fifth. Yeah, I know she definitely didn't want to go beyond second. I think her master's was in primary education, and then before she retired, she taught teachers. You could not do kindergarten. Yeah, yeah. She taught teachers before she retired. Yeah, see, I'd be afraid to go to fifth, eighth, 11th, and 12th because even some of those younger kids, they would curse a teacher out quicker. I mean, in New York City, of course, they would curse a teacher out just quickly, and they know that their parents are going to come and curse the teacher out too, so they didn't really care. I was like, nope. It's like my sister used to tell me what some of these parents, I'm like, what? They said, what? You're the teacher? I can't imagine people talking to teachers like, you got their kids all day. These people, I mean, the kids are just, I don't know how she did it as long as she did. She did, because nope, not going to do it. And you didn't get in trouble? You didn't get in trouble for cursing them out? Because doesn't the teacher have to take the high road? Because I know they'll go to the principal and say, hey, your teacher said such and such and such and such. Yes, you're a free babysitter for 8 hours, 8+ hours a day. Oh, no cell phone at the time, so they couldn't prove it. Nowadays, you got to watch out because they got cell phones everywhere. Well, they'll be taping you as you curse them out. Yeah, that's crazy. It's, it's, I just don't get it. I am blessed, Lisa. I have to say I'm blessed. I have a girlfriend who's younger than me who has a lot of health issues, and I am blessed. I try very hard to. I mean, my family members tease me about how many supplements and things I take, and that I juice, and that I do all these things, because you can't take your health for granted. You just can't take your health for granted. Because you never know. Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely do. I was just talking to my sister this morning, and I said, to reach this age and not to be on any medication at all. I have friends who are 5, 6 years younger than me that are on all sorts of medication. So I tried very hard to stay healthy, and I got a gut, and I got other, yeah, I could stand to lose 20 or 30 pounds, but for the most part, my pressure's on, I have good blood pressure. I don't have any health issues. So I feel for you, and I pray for you. But I was like, if I'm going to live to be 90 something, my grandfather lived to, he was around 98. Like I said, I have an aunt that's 98 now. My mother's brother lived to be 101. So if I'm going to be around that long, I want to make sure that I'm healthy. Long life runs in my family. Yes, I do want those years to be healthy ones. And I've never had the joy of being married. I've been single all my life, so I don't have someone else to kind of take care of me, or to assist or help in any way. So when I become infirmed, I'll probably end up in a nursing home. Yeah, it's got to be very difficult. My mom was an RN, and so she took care of my father. My father had prostate cancer, and so she took care of him. And then when he passed, that's when we realized that she had Alzheimer's. And by the time we realized it, she was so far gone there was not much. I mean, it's not much medication could do. So, and then she died of complications from Alzheimer's. It's CRPS. Never heard of that. Yeah, I am sorry about your husband, Sherry. Oh, yeah, that's got to be tough. That's good. Attitude is having a great attitude does make a difference. Hmm. That's how I am, Monique. I mean, I have 3 siblings that are older than me, and 2 siblings that are younger than me, and my son. But he's already told me he's not taking care of me when I get old. He told me that when he was 10. He's not taking care of me when I'm old. I got to take care of myself. Yes, he is, Sherry. He is. God is good. So is that a nerve disorder, Lisa? Because when you say you're burning always, is that a nerve? Is it something that affects your nerves? Is it nerves? Is it a neurological? Or is it like in your joints? Because burning to me sounds like neurological, like on fire. Mm, mm. Hey, Lily. Bye, Sherry. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate. I know you've been watching my videos, and I appreciate every moment and every comment that you make. So thank you. Hey, Lily, how are you? I'm not going to be on here for too much longer anyway. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Nobody ever calls me until I'm on a live. Bones and organs. Oh, with my live coach. I know. I'm trying to figure out. I know that Lou had the same issue. I tell it that I was going to start at 4 p.m., but it doesn't. I assume it knew that I was Central, but then it really said 2. It said 2 o'clock, and so I tried to write in the title at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm gonna have to put it on the top of it to say what time. Nobody's ready to go to work after 10 weeks off. Teachers, I work all the time. I don't get that 10 weeks off. Yeah, I had two. I had one earlier in the morning, and I was just trying to learn how. I'm a kinesthetic learner. I'm somebody who has to do it in order to learn it. Somebody can't tell me how to do it. I have to actually physically do it. So I did one earlier this morning, and then I scheduled this one. And I like your video, Lily. Great video. Great video. Got to do more of those. Yes, I'm going to Google how to get ad block. Oh, you're editing another one. Good. I will be ready to watch it. That's why I do. I'm liking lives more and more. The only problem with lives is that trying to find a time when viewers will watch, when you'll have enough viewers. That's that, because I'm typically 5 or 6 viewers are the most I've had in a live. So trying to find the correct time to do a live that there are people on there, and I don't want to do a live late into the night. Hey Denise, how are you? Well, see, and that's trying to find the time when people are actually around to tune into your lives. And that's why I think I like the idea of scheduling I will probably schedule a couple days in advance so that it gives people enough time to get it on their schedule. Because but I have to figure out how to get the scheduling to reflect Central Standard Time. So, because I think that happened to Lou this morning, was it? Where at one point it said 10 o'clock, but she really meant 12. But it was giving a schedule for 10 o'clock when she was really going to be on at 12. Yes, I do like lives. I do like lives. It gives me a chance to interact with the people that I know are supporting me. So I will probably do more lives now that I've done it a couple of times. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't know if I feel comfortable enough to put makeup on live. And part of that is because I have to do a live with my computer, because in order for me to read what you guys are saying without having to put my glasses on, I don't know if I like I don't know how well I'm coming across, if I'm very clear or not. Hi, Bitty Boo Brown. Yay! Yes, yes. Congratulations, Monique. I felt, when I first started YouTube, which was quite a few years ago, I didn't tell my friends I was on YouTube, and I had my best friend wanted to, eventually she knew I was on YouTube, and she wanted to know what my YouTube name was. And I said, I'm not going to tell you what my YouTube name was until I get to 50 people who don't know me, who just have stumbled across my videos and have attached and have decided to subscribe. And so that's what, through Courtney. Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching. Well, I told her that I wanted to wait till I had 50 people that I did not know. And then once I got to the 50, I then told her, and then she told my friends, and that kind of blew up my channel for a little bit. Yes. So now the people that follow me, a lot of people, now I'm at 700, I think, in 93. My goal for August, share me please. My goal for August is to get past 1,000. I want to get to 1,500, and I want to get my watch hours up. Yes, I watch a lot of Courtney's lives. I like her lives. I love her makeup. Courtney's got mad makeup skills. So I like watching her videos. Yes, Lily, she had a troll. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. So yeah, my goal for August is to get past 1,500. And if I could get to 3,000 watch hours, I would be ecstatic. And one of the things that Sherry had suggested to me, and if you're trying to get your watch hours up, I would suggest to you, is to set up a playlist, like a support me playlist. I called mine support me. You can name it whatever you want to name it, but of your videos, and put it into a playlist. And that way, when people want to support you, they can click on that and they can just watch, play all and just watch video after video, make comments, and it helps your engagement numbers, and it also helps your watch time. So Biddy Boo, if you want to get your watch time up, that's something that Sherry Ward had suggested. It's not my own idea, but she suggested it, and I have found my watch hours go up. I created a playlist called Support Me. I put a smattering, I do a lot of different videos, so I put a smattering of all the videos that I do, a little bit of each into a playlist, and then created an introductory video called Support Me. And what I do then is any subsequent videos that I do, I add that playlist at the end of it so that if somebody wants to just watch me or support me, they just click on it and it goes through all my videos and it ups my watch hours. Your goal is 75? You'll make that, Lily. You'll make 75. Yeah, it's a great idea. It really did help my watch hours. So if any of you have not watched my Support Me playlist, please go and watch it and comment on the videos as they come through. And you don't have to watch it all in one day, but if you just keep going back to watch it, it'd be great. I'd appreciate it. But that's what I like about all you ladies. You give good ideas. We support each other. I think it's great. I mean, being small YouTubers, it really, really helps. Yes. Thank you, Biddy. Yes. I remember my first live. I was like, I gotta get off of here. I gotta get off of here. I can't stay. I was so nervous. And Monique, you've helped me. So I was like, I gotta get off of here. I can't stay on here and talk. And now I'm like, okay, yeah. What else do we want to talk about? Let's roll with the punches. What are we talking about now? I mean, I'm like ready. I'm ready. I'm now ready for my first troll because Monique handled it with style. I'm ready. I'm ready to jump. I'm ready to take it on. Thank you, Denise. I really appreciate that. Yes, she was. I remember the first ones of hers too. Between reading and trying to keep your train of thought of the things that you're talking about and reacting to people who are talking. Because I mean, that's the hard balance. Because if you're talking about something and then something comes off on the side that's a little different from what you're talking about, but you don't want to not acknowledge the fact that somebody said something, I like this better though. I was on Periscope, as I said before, with a wax group. And it was a little difficult. This is a little bit easier format for me, at least, because everything's here. I can, kind of look through the comments and make sure that I'm paying attention to what people are talking about, but I'm also staying on the topic that I originally said. So in case somebody comes and wants to talk about that, then, I can jump back. Periscope is an app where similar to like this live. I think that I don't know if Periscope was Snapchat. I'm not sure. Does anybody know what was first? Periscope, Snapchat? I know IG Live is getting a little bit longer because I know that the videos initially on Instagram were really short ones, and Snapchat was really short. But it's a platform where you can talk just like I'm talking live now, and people can comment just like they're commenting now. And you can just talk about anything. I mean, and I think it's still around. I'm just not on it anymore. Yes, Lily, I agree with you. You got to stay on a good pace, and you need to make sure that you're reading the comments, because it is. I mean, I've been on larger lives, and you say something, and then you don't get a reaction. And I understand, when you've got a couple of hundred people talking at you at one time, because I do this, I don't take it personally. But if you're not somebody who does lives, you think the person's ignoring you, and they're really not ignoring you. They're just trying to continue their train of thought and try to answer what people are saying, and trying to keep people feeling included in the conversation. So I agree with you, Lily, on that. No, Periscope is related to Twitter? Okay. But can you do Twitter live? I don't know if you can do Twitter live. Thank you, Lisa. He went away. The troll went away, Lily. He didn't get any love. So because Monique wasn't talking to us in particular that much either. He didn't get any love. So he just went, whoop, whoop. Yes, that is so true. You can blend and do whatever when you're doing a get ready with me, which I think is Lou had put out what is your challenge for August, and I'm going to try to do a get ready with me, probably a voiceover. Haven't decided. I've filmed many of them. I just haven't decided which one I'm going to edit. Okay, Lisa, feel better. I'm praying for you. Feel better. Oh, you can go live on Twitter. Okay. Yes. I mean, and he reacted to the fact that I said, "Oh, you've got a troll." He goes, "Yes, I am a troll." It was funny. It was funny. It was very funny. And it's like, why would you even troll? I mean, we didn't even have a lot of people in the chat. There wasn't a lot of people here, so why would you even want to? I mean, I can understand being a troll when you have like 60 people or something like that, but I think we had 4 or 5. Why would you troll a conversation of 4 or 5 people? It just doesn't make any sense. And if you're watching the replay, please click the like button below, since you've gotten this far in the replay. Yes, Biddy, people can be so crazy. I mean, do you not have a life? Well, they don't. We know they don't have a life. They think they have a life, but we know they don't have a life, because it makes absolutely no sense. And he didn't get any attention. So I have learned from Monique, thank you, when I finally get my troll, what to do. Thank you. When I get my troll, I know what to do, thanks to Monique. And part and parcel is like really kind of talking to your administrators, because a lot of times the administrators are the ones that kind of also bring attention, or even people who are in the chat, because they don't understand. A lot of new people in the chat don't understand the whole what's going on with a troll, and why, because they'll just say something really crazy and out the box that's not even part of the conversation, and then the administrators jump at it to get rid of them, but they've already planned it that they have alternate names and stuff like that. So when you ignore them, they're like, it's not worth my time. Yes. Yes, that was what was happening, Biddy Boo. That's exactly what was happening. He's like, oh, I gotta find somebody to talk to. Nobody will talk to me. I'm so lonely. But I have been talking for an hour and 45 minutes, Monique. An hour and 45 minutes I have been talking. I am going to let you people go. And I think Lou is going to be on tonight. Yes, Denise. Yes, Denise. You know you've arrived when you've gotten a troll. Come on, Monique. Not nice. Not nice. But I will see you on, I will be on Lou's live tonight. I don't know what she's talking about. What they don't realize is if they, yeah, I mean, but for them, it's the shock value. They're trying to throw you off your game. For them, it's like a personal victory. If I'm in a conversation with you and they say something and I'm like, I can't talk to you anymore because I'm paying attention to them. They're like, oh, I've won. I'm like, you don't know me. Tomorrow, I'll have another live. You won't be on it. So it's not like you're following me and trolling me. You just jump into conversations and jump out. I mean, it's obvious that you have low self-esteem and you don't have any time. I mean, you have a lot of time and nothing to do, no relationships with people. Saturday? Okay. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. If you, are you going to schedule ahead of time, Monique? That is so true, Lily. That is so true. If you just keep on talking and let it fly by, they will lose interest and it's not fun anymore. I think it was Metamorphosis Rocks, I think, who said, if they don't get a rise out of you, they won't continue. There's nothing in it for them. Okay. Yes, Biddy, come to Aging Gorgeously live tonight because we always have fun on her live. It's always a lot of fun. Well, I'm gonna sign off now. You guys, you've been so sweet to me. I really, really appreciate it. Lily, I'm looking for your video when you finish editing it. And thank you for joining. Those of you who have joined my video for the first time, thank you. And the next time I put on a live, please feel free to join. I will see you in my next either live or video. Bye.